Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're in Taos, New Mexico. And today we have for you are the don'ts of visiting Taos. And I want to start with this. We're here on the plaza, and I want to tell you, don't miss out on going to the plaza when you are here in Taos. The Taos Plaza, it's got lots of shops around, a lot of galleries on it, place for you to go and shop, place to go for you to go and grab a bite to eat. There's a lot of stuff here to you, but this is kind of like the heart of historic downtown of Taos. And it's really pretty to go to. And with all the shops around, all the things you can do around here, it makes for a really nice base to start at when you do come here. And when you are here in Taos, it is famous for a few things. One is the number of artists and galleries that are here. And I'm going to tell you, don't be surprised if you bump into a few artists and you go into a few galleries when you're here, but also don't forget about the art museums that are here as well. And it's not just the art museums, it's also historical museums, and sometimes they kind of mix things together. You can go to the Government Bent Museum and Gallery. You can see that when you're here. You can go to the Kip Carson Museum if you want to see what it was like to be a frontiersman back in the day. You can go to his home and check that out. You can go to the Taos Art Museum, which is fantastic, a fantastic collection of art. There's so many different things you can do. You go to the Millicent Rogers Museum to see her collection. I mean, there's just so many great galleries, so many collections around here, and you really see a lot of artists when you are here, and you see a lot of artwork when you're here. So it is one of those things you can pick up when you're here. And I know I talk about the artists, the galleries, and museums, the kind of traditional tourist stuff, but I'll be honest with you. There's one thing you don't miss when you do come here to Taos, and that is the Taos Pueblo. Do not miss the Taos Pueblo. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's 19 pueblos all over New Mexico. This is the most important one. For literally over 1,000 years, it's been continually inhabited by the Taos people, okay? And you go there and you can do a tour. Yes, it's about $25 a person to go, but they'll give you a tour to talk about, and you can see when you're there, and it's just one of these things like, wow, this is truly a historic part of mankind. Like, you understand why UNESCO has it and has notified it and made it a World Heritage Site. And you go there, you walk around, you get to see the people, you get to see the adobe houses, see people still living there. Well, it's really kind of a cool thing. Now, when you're going to go, I want to tell you, don't think it's open all the time. Make sure you check in before you go, because sometimes it is closed, whether there's a festival going on or weather-related things. I mean, it can be different reasons, but it's good to check. Also, I want to tell you, when you go there, now you notice I'm not showing a lot of pictures of it here, because you can take pictures there and you can take videos there when you are there, but don't forget to ask people to take their picture. And also, the pictures you take, it's only for personal use, hence why I'm not showing it here in my video. But go in there, it is fantastic. If you're looking for food when you're there, don't worry, you can grab food when you're there. If you want to get your Indian tacos, your Navajo tacos, or your fry bread, I mean, you can get it when you're there. If you want to get the oven bread, oh man, the oven bread's really great from here. Or the pie, I guess like this thin pie with fruit inside, you can get that. There's a lot of great things you can do when you're there, but it's one of that really, truly, it's a cultural thing that you need to see when you're here in New Mexico, that Taos Pueblo, and you don't want to skip out on it. Now at the Pueblo, you can get the Indian tacos, and you can get the fry bread, and you get all kinds of great treats from there. But another thing I want to tell you, in general, you come to Taos, don't forget to have the New Mexican cuisine. Yes, you're going to have the red or green, right? The red chilies, the green chilies, you're going to have that. You have so many good food options. You're here getting those blue corn enchiladas with the, the chilies on top. I go Christmas, which red and green. You can do that. You want to get your green chili stew, you get that here as well. You can have that. Oh, you want to have your coffee with the pine nuts in it. You can get that as well. There's so many great restaurants to have when you're here. It makes it really nice. And the thing is all that nice stuff, all the museums, all the things to see and do here leads to one kind of pricey issue I want to talk about. Now, one don't I have to have for you when you do come to Taos is don't think it's going to be a cheap shopping experience when you are here. Taos is very popular with tourists. Of course, that drives the price for the foods, the shops, and things like that. But the thing is, don't pass up going into the shops, because there are some really good artists here, and there really are some really good craftsmen and shops that are here. So it's actually fun to go into. So yeah, don't think it's gonna be cheap, but that doesn't mean don't go to the shops, because that is pretty nice when you're here. So if you're here in Taos, don't pass up coming to the St. Francis of Assisi's Church here, because it's incredible. You may recognize it from some Georgia O'Keeffe paintings and being kind of a really famous church here in New Mexico. But for me and Jocelyn, it's not just the outside that's beautiful. It's amazing adobe here. But if you go inside, the main altar when you go in is incredible. But if you go in, don't just peek in the door. Go all the way. See that altar and then look to your right where there's a chapel on the side, another altar on the side. It is incredible artwork to see it, and it's one of the prettiest churches inside, I think, in the United States. So definitely visit when you're here. Don't pass it up. But I also gotta say is don't drive past it, because this beautiful front side, this doesn't face the road. The back faces the road. So a lot of people end up driving by it. So don't forget to put in your GPS so you don't miss it, because St. Francis of Assisi is a must when you are here in Taos. And I'm serious, this is the view of the back of the church from the road, and you'll just drive by. So just notice that, okay? Put in the GPS so you don't miss it, all right? Because you don't think you're going to see it, because you just see that from the back. Now, when you come to this house, there's a few more don'ts, kind of safety things I want to kind of get into. One, don't mess with the altitude. Look, you're high up, like 7,000 feet here in Taos. And if you're going to go in the Sangre de Cristo, the Blood of Christ mountains, it can go up to 13,000 feet. So altitude can be a thing here, so do be careful. Take it easy. Know that caffeine and alcohol can impact you more when you're at higher altitudes, so be safe with that. Also, that sun is going to be a lot stronger when you're up here, so don't forget to put on that SPF again and again and again, and have a hat and protection. Also, hydration. Don't forget to hydrate when you're here. If you're going to be doing some of the great hikes that are here, just visiting the culture, going to the art galleries, you will dry out. So yes, have your lotions, but more importantly, don't forget to keep drinking your water, okay? And if you are going to go to any of those hikes, if you get through half of your water you take with you, turn around and go back, because you're going to run out of water, and that's not a safe thing to do, okay? So you want to be safe, so do be aware of the elements when you are here, okay? And I think another thing that's important to realize is Taos is very popular with tourists. You're going to see tour buses like this, and if you're coming in the summer season, don't think the city can really handle all the tourists some of the times, because there's only like 6,000 or 7,000 people in a population here, and they get tons of tourists because this place is gorgeous with St. Francis of Assisi and the Taos Pueblo and just the plaza area and everything we were talking about in the video. But just know that sometimes if you come in the summertime, the tour groups can be a bit much. So don't be afraid if you're going to take a day trip to here from Santa Fe to start early, so you get there before the tour buses so you can take this in, because obviously inside places like St. Francis, you want to be able to enjoy it and not be kind of overrun, so do be aware of that. Now, one thing one of our fans who actually lives here in Taos, I want to make sure I mention is, don't think that Taos is just these galleries and little things. There's a lot more depth to this town when you're here, and you will meet people, and everybody knows everybody here, so it's a way to really enjoy the community. When you're here, it's not just the galleries, but go and talk to the people, because the people are really friendly, whether you're from here originally or they've moved here to enjoy the art, to enjoy the nature that's here. You will like that. And if you are going to come here, you're looking for a place to stay, one thing I'll say is, don't expect a lot of accommodation options when you are here, so definitely don't forget to book ahead. But when you are here, take the time to meet the people, because whether you're in the shots, we're in the Touchstone Gallery here, getting, stuff for Liam for his birthday and for, and things, and just wonderful people there. But you'll see that wherever you are in Taos. So now we're here at the Gorge, the Rio Grande Gorge, with the bridge that you can go on. And I want to tell you this, don't freak out if you walk over the bridge, because the sides they're not super high, but they're high enough that you shouldn't fall off, okay? But honestly, when you drive across it, it's a great view, though I would recommend driving across and then coming to the parking lot on the west side and then having a view like this. It is really beautiful. And what it's really beautiful about it, when you see the gorge, you really look down, you see the river going through, and you're like, wait a minute, rafting. And when you're here in Taos, so don't pass up the rafting. Kayaking, rafting, there's a lot of things you can do on the water when you are here, so don't pass up on that. But I think the biggest outdoor activity I want to tell you not to miss out on is, don't pass up the hiking and the trails when you're here by Taos. I mean, some of them are easy ones. Like, there's little trails around here you can do when you're by the gorge. There's other ones that'll go, the Sangre de Cristo over there. You can go over there and you can hike in the mountains over there. There's a lot of opportunities for you to get out. So make sure you don't forget the right shoes, okay, when you're going to do this. Have that sun protection. I'm sure we'll talk about that later when I talk about safety stuff. But that's one of those things that's just getting out and exploring, because it's not just an artist colony here. It's not just a pueblo. There's things you can do when you're outside as well. And I mentioned the artist kind of thing, and I think it's really important for you to mention this, is don't think that Taos is like a Wild West cowboy village kind of thing. Think of it more of a retired wealthy hippies that come here to be artists kind of community. Like, that'll give you a better vibe of what you should kind of expect when you come here, versus kind of like a Wild West vibe. And I can't believe I forgot, because I'm here in the warm weather months. If you're here in the wintertime, don't forget you can go skiing. I mean, if you go over there, you've got the Taos Ski Village you can go stay in. There's plenty of lifts there. Really good skiing when you're up here, so you can enjoy that when you are here. And I think any time of the year you come here, I got to tell you this, don't forget to bring layers. When I'm talking about layers, like I have my quarter zip, my t-shirt, but I also have a jacket in there, because you can have major temperature differences during the day to the evening. And if you're out on a hike or you're out doing things, that might be something that could be a little bit dangerous. So do be aware of that, because there are some strange vibes when you are here sometimes. I think one of the vibes, maybe vibrations, or maybe hum you should be aware of is, don't be surprised if you experience the Taos hum, it's like this that some people experience when they're here. It's not everybody. You might not get it. I did have it a little bit, which was kind of weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's actually real. But it is one of those like mystery kind of things around here that if you watch any of those like Ancient Aliens or like conspiracy theory things, it'll probably pop up in there. But that's one of the things, just as you're like, wait, do you hear that buzzing sound? Yeah, that might be the Taos hum. And the thing is, if you're here and you want to enjoy some more kind of views without having to do the hiking kind of things, don't forget you can do the Enchanted Circle, which is a beautiful drive around here. You can go from Taos to Eagle's Nest. You know, there's kind of a big circle you go around the mountain for it. It's just a beautiful drive you can do. And that's one of those things is you can be active and enjoy Taos. You can be chilled and enjoy Taos. You can take tours to go around Taos. There is a lot of things you can do when you're here. And it's really a nice place to visit, especially if you're going to be staying in Santa Fe. Don't forget, it's like an hour drive north of Santa Fe. Very easy to get to, very great to enjoy. Now, if you don't want to do the driving yourself and you don't want to do the exploring and the hiking yourself, you just want to take in the views and the comfort of a steam train, yeah. Don't forget, you can take the Cumbres and Coltec Scenic Railroad to go up into Colorado. So you have those great views to see and like not have to do the driving yourself, especially with that bridge. So I hope these don'ts help you have a better idea what you should do when you do come here to Taos, New Mexico, because this town is cute as can be with so many great things to see historically, culturally, artistically, foodily. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you have other do's and don'ts of coming here to Taos, please put in the comment section below so we can help other travelers come to this beautiful town. And also, if you want other tips, we've got the don'ts coming to New Mexico, eats New Mexico, on our website at woltersworld.com. And we wish you all the best from here in Taos, New Mexico. Hey, extra little thing, if you go to the bridge at sunset, you'll understand the whole Sangre de Cristo, the blood of Christ. When you see that sunset from there, it's unbelievable.